I'm thrilled to have here on the Rich Eisen Show in advance of Kevin Hart, What Now, in theaters near you coming up this weekend. He is Kevin Hart. How are you, Kevin?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing fine. Did you get that sensation that you were seeing the end of St. Louis football when you were there last year with all of us, Kevin?
Yes, sir. I was just about to tell you, I'm excited now that I got you on the phone. I heard that you've been plugging away this morning, so I want to let you know it's highly appreciated.
Always.
I don't take that for granted.
Okay.
Thank you, man.
Of course. Well, I look forward to seeing this because, I mean, you could have just thrown a movie up on the screen with your stand-up from the link, all sold out, and just left it at that. But you've weaved in a James Bond type theme to this thing too that looks hilarious, Kevin.
Yeah, as you know, I love to break ground. I love to do things that haven't necessarily been done and just constantly challenge myself. So the whole idea of performing at a football stadium was a massive idea that once was something that people didn't see. Why not? Let's do it. Let's go for it. So we booked the Lincoln Financial Stadium. We said, let's make it a production. Let's make it massive. Let's go above and beyond. So what I did was made the show interactive within my stand-up. So when I talked about things, my background morphed into what I was talking about to give the audience a visual. So that went on throughout the show. So 53,000 people were constantly engaged in what it was that I was doing and what it was that I was talking about. So I then took it to another level and said, well, let's go and release it theatrically and let's see if we can break another record and possibly get the highest grossing stand-up comedy concert film of all time. And that's when Universal became involved, and they said that they'll distribute for me. And right now, that puts us where we are, man. You got a guy that's focused on making sure that his last name means something and that his imprint and entertainment simply has a solid ground to stand on. You know, I wanna shake things up. I wanna put myself in position for people to go, wow, this is like this because Kevin did this. I had that done for me. When you look at the comedic greats of the past, when you look at your Eddie Murphys, your Pryors, just to name a couple, they broke ground. They opened up doors. That's why I'm able to do what I'm doing now. So I'm trying to do the same thing for the younger generation to come.
Kevin Hart joining me now. So Delirious is essentially what you're referring to, that sort of type of eventizing your stand-up act, what you're talking about with Eddie Murphy, Kevin?
Yes.
You know, because Eddie Murphy Delirious was something for me that opened my eyes. Just
oh my goodness,
I'll never forget that one. You there?
You know, when you think about what Eddie Murphy really did, what he achieved is mind blowing. I mean, this guy at the young age, I think of 24, was the biggest thing going. I mean, leather is a thing on stage because Eddie Murphy made it a thing. I'll forever have a piece of leather on when I perform and I tape any special because it's my way of paying homage to Eddie Murphy. It's my way of taking a bow who made it cool. It's a term that I basically put together because I want to have that rock star vibe that Eddie Murphy had. You know, Eddie Murphy was the closest thing that came to rock and roll when you thought about comedy. So for this generation, that's what I'm attempting. That's what I'm doing. And I'm able to do that because of the pizzazz that I saw that he had, what I saw Richard Pryor have. You know, I mean, regardless of his personal life, as a comedian, I respect this man. Bill Cosby had a certain level of pizzazz. Martin Lawrence, George Carlin, you know, Seinfeld. I can go down the list because I'm a student of the game. These men all have imprint. They all have an impact on the craft of comedy. I want one, but I want mine to be my own, and I want to see how I can shake it up as much as possible for people to go, wow, that guy did it his way. He created different paths, and now other people want to be able to use those paths as well.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.